Want to know the real tea? I just changed my shirt. I'm doing this the same day. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emmy, and this week is Mental Health Awareness Week on my channel. Essentially, I'm going to be uploading videos from Monday to Friday talking specifically about mental health, because here in the States it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I want to talk about these things because I'm very passionate about it, and because as someone who does deal with mental health, I love to talk about it. Let's go. So yesterday I uploaded a video talking about what I wanted from this to do for this week, and also my personal experience. And there was something that I brought up yesterday that had to do with depression. And essentially it was talking about how there was that other voice in the back of your head, maybe not even the back of your head, it's like right there next to you, that is just telling you, you know, it's kind of like a voice that just puts you down, and it's your own voice, and sometimes can be very scary. So I want to talk about that particular thing specific, and what I call the saboteur voice. For any of you who have dealt with or are dealing with mental health issues, I'm sure you've heard this expression at some point or another. This is not something that is new or anything like that. So essentially what it's referring to is to a part of yourself, kind of like a subconscious thing that is, I mean, I say that it's dark because I can't associate it with anything good, because it's not there to help you do anything good. I feel like it's also tied to whatever kind of mental health issue that you might be having, because well, I'll tell you why. So okay, talking about personal experience, the reason why my therapist told me that I have some type of like a mild depression is because I told her that one of the things that happened to me is that when I'm home, let's say if like it's my day off, or you know, I'm not doing anything, a lot of times in my mind I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, whether it's for YouTube or whatever. You know, it could be something as big as like setting up for a YouTube video, or it could be something as simple as washing the dishes, cleaning the house, putting clothes away. I could be sitting there thinking about that, and the part of my head that is like the conscious normal part is like, yeah, just get up, you know, turn on some music, put on fucking Kardashians or whatever in the background, and just put away the clothes. Like, you're not doing anything else. But then there's this other part, which is a saboteur that comes out of nowhere, and it's like, but it's so much easier not to. It's so much easier not to. You know, you can just sit here. Just sit here, you know, just lay back, put up your feet, and just watch 20 other videos on YouTube about nothing. You know, watch another video of somebody playing a video game or whatever. Like, and what was scary to me about that voice is that it wasn't just a voice. It also came with a feeling. It came with this feeling of heaviness. Like, it was something like it started from here and it came all the way down to my neck, to my arms, to my legs. This heaviness that I just could not get up from my chair. And that shit used to scare the shit out of me. It still does when I think about it. Because I was doing this to myself. Like, there was nothing else that was out there telling me not to do this. There was nobody that was telling me that I couldn't get up and wash the dishes or whatever, or do a YouTube video. On the opposite. Every single person that I've told of my family and friends that I'm doing YouTube, everybody's like, oh my God, that's great. Or like, bitch, took you long enough, like you should have. All this stuff that I was going through, that I was feeling, was myself. My own voice. My voice wasn't coming out like a deeper voice, a higher voice, a voice of an enemy. No. It was my own. And I feel like that's something that happens to a lot of people who, are insecure, or people who have anxiety, people who have depression, because there's that part of you that is just like, but why go through the issue of getting up and brushing your teeth, taking a shower? Why? You can just sit here and like nobody's waiting for you. Nobody cares that you look a certain way or you smell or whatever. No one cares. And you kind of like slip into this state of kind of just of being just complacent. You just become complacent with your current situation. So just recently, when I started going to therapy and whatnot, is that I became more like aware and I could actually put into words this thing. But I know that this is something that I've been dealing with for a very long time, because there were many things in my life, with work, with personal goals, with my marriage, that it would always be that voice that would just be like, but you don't have to do that. Like, what's the point? Oh my God, even things like something as simple and dumb as you would think, like going to the gym. In my head, I was like, okay, going to the gym, that's simple. The gym is not even that hard that far away from my house. You put on your clothes, put on your sneakers. It's a beautiful day outside. Go to the gym. Go to the gym for half an hour. And a lot of people, if you tell this to someone who doesn't understand what you're talking about, the first thing they're going to label you as is lazy. And laziness, I mean, that is a thing. Obviously, I'm not going to say that no one is lazy, but there's lazy, and then there's this sense of apathy and self-hate, and just this feeling of unworthiness that doesn't allow you to do anything. Because you can be lazy, but you can still snap out of that and be like, you know what? I mean, fine. Or like if somebody else tells you, let's go to the gym together, you can be like, fuck it, fine. And you'll go to the gym and then you'll feel great. And you're like, oh my God, this is great. Awesome. But when you're in this level down here, you could put on the clothes, you can put on the sneakers, you can walk out the door, you can go to the gym, you can work out, and you're still going to feel exactly the same. You're still going to have that apathetic, heavy, dark feeling in your body that is just not going to go away. Until you kind of, for what worked for me was, first of all, naming it. I named it the saboteur. I named it that dark thing, and naming it kind of is like shedding a light to it. It's like putting a flashlight to its face and saying, I know you're there. I know you exist. And I know you're a part of me, but I can't allow you to continue to be a part of my life. I feel like that was something that has helped me kind of shake it off. Because before, again, I attributed a lot to just being lazy, and a lot of people would tell me that, were you just lazy? And when other people would relate to that and be like, yeah, me too, I'm also like that, I'm lazy, then it kind of made it just okay and normal. The problem is that other person, they're probably just lazy, but they would probably go to the gym. They would probably wake up and brush their teeth and take a shower and clean their house and be normal, That's not your reality, So when you just treat it as laziness, then you kind of, I feel like you even give it more power, because you just make it okay. And you're just like, yeah, I'm just being lazy. But then you're just not really doing anything. So, you build this horrible pattern. So in conclusion, I could talk about this all day, but I think you got the point. In conclusion, what I feel is that if you're going through that, if what I'm telling you is something that you can relate to, if you're like, oh my God, that is exactly how I feel about anything. It doesn't have to be about like big tasks, about anything, about getting up from the couch Just that. If you feel that that alone is something that makes you want to die, then maybe you need to just sit down and look at yourself and go, oh, I have a saboteur. I have this dark side of myself that is telling me that I shouldn't and I couldn't and I can't, when in fact I can and I will and I shall. Recognize it. Shine a light on it, like put a flashlight to its face, give it a name if you must. And then once you do that, then when you hear it again and you feel it, you can recognize it and you can start learning how to push it away. To be completely honest with you, I feel like if it weren't for the medication that I'm taking, I don't know if the reality of what I'm going through now would be the same. Of course, I can't sit here and tell you to go get medicated. What I can sit here is ask is maybe that you go speak to someone. I'm always going to be an advocate for therapy. I can never tell someone not to get therapy, regardless of whether you have mental health issues or not. I feel like talking to an impartial third party, an impartial person, is so good, because I don't know how good it is to dump this on a significant other or family member, because they probably don't know any better. Or maybe they're going through the same thing you are, and then you're both just like, But if you talk to someone who's a professional who knows, they can maybe guide you to how to deal with this better. But in the meantime, what I can advise for you is just, like I said, recognize it, know that it's there, know that it's not real, that that's just a bad part of you, a bad part of your bad brain, and that you can make the conscious decision and effort to not listen to it, and to do whatever it is that you want to do. Don't allow yourself to be swallowed up by that darkness, because if you do, you become blind to everything, and things happen around you, life moves around you, and you won't notice. And you might be woken up by something that you really didn't want to be woken up about. And then you'd be like, what? That was happening? And it's like, yes, it's been happening to you for a very long time. I'm speaking from experience. But yeah. So that was the topic of this video. Hope it was helpful to anybody listening, if anybody's listening. If anybody's watching and have experience with that sort of thing and you can relate, I hope you can leave a comment down below and let me know. I would love to listen to some people's experience, and what have you done to kind of fight it, And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!